Hey guys, it's Vanessa and welcome back to my channel. Doing things a little differently today. I had mentioned a little while back in one of my vacation vlogs that my car was a complete disaster. We just got back from Halifax, Nova Scotia. I don't know about you guys, but I always end up having a car that's written off when I get back from vacation. So today I decided I'm going to go ahead and do a clean my car with me, and why not bake some blueberry muffins at the same time? Well, not at the same time, but you know what I mean. Anyway, this is a little bit different style video for me, but you know what? I've been branching out lately and I'm having a lot of fun and I'm getting a lot more subscribers. So I thought, let's just hang out, clean my car, and make some blueberry muffins. First off here, I am making my iced coffee. You guys know that I cannot live without it. However, something new I've been doing lately is I've been brewing coffee just in my Keurig and chilling it in the fridge. It's just a lot cheaper than buying the Starbucks and the Stoke cold brew that I was buying. That stuff's really good, you guys, but I'm just trying to be a little more frugal these days. So I'm doing my normal 3/4 coffee and about 1/4 Premier Protein with some ice in my Yeti mug.
Hey, do you remember 20-something years ago, those cold nights in December and the sound of the falling snow, the fireplace warming us, the VHS movie box?
I feel like there's two types of people when it comes to cleaning your car. You have the ones like me who just use dish soap and a bar cloth and some paper towel and maybe a Swiffer. And then you have my spouse Jamie, who has all the Armor All and all of the shining gadgets and everything you could possibly dream of to clean your car. For me, I like to keep it super simple. I'd even use Windex, but I don't have any. So we're gonna go ahead and use what I have here, and I have a little trick with toothpicks. Yes, trust me, you're gonna wanna keep watching. It's saved my car.
Hey, do you remember sneak it out in the night, me playing the fender?
Honestly, you guys, my car doesn't look this bad all the time, although I will say before I met Jamie, it did look this bad and worse. Yeah, I'm a bit of a hoarder and I'm not the neatest person, but Jamie is always on top of things and keeps me motivated to do this. So doing this video is extremely helpful. It's motivating me to clean it up. I don't actually end up tackling this little area that I'm showing you now because I just didn't have the energy.
My life, I wouldn't think twice. A pair of jeans and a dusty shirt. We didn't have a dime.
And lastly, I thought I'd show you guys the trunk. It's not overly bad. There's tons of sand and blankets from the beach. There's water bottles and some stuff I need to empty out, but overall, not too bad. Also, are you guys pro or anti stickers on your car? Jamie is not a fan. I like a couple that kind of represent who I am and what I stand for. And right now I support veterans and medicinal cannabis.
Every bad thing and every good, I wouldn't change it if I could, 'cause it all led us up to this.
All right, step one in cleaning out your car, clean out the garbage. Throw away those disposable face masks that I keep throwing on the ground. Throw out that random piece of cheese, you guys. Hence Random-Ness. I don't know. It's just what it is. When we're traveling, I just throw things in the back seat. And this fell out of my luggage. It's something that we made at Clay Cafe. It's like a pottery place. I will show you guys that in a few minutes, what it is that I made.
Have a dime. No, you and me were poor as dirt.
And I swear that every car in Canada has a Timbit in the back seat carpet. It's just what it is.
And all we had was...
All right, there's not too much garbage in my trunk, but I'm gonna go ahead and sort through what needs to go in the house and what can stay. So there's always tons of blankets in my car. You guys know that I love going to the beach. There's always sand in my car, hence the beach. I always have emergency supplies like blankets, water bottles, an emergency kit, and an air compressor in there. And I also have this container with kind of these extra reusable bags if I'm using them when I'm going shopping. So all I'm going to do here is shove these water bottles in there. It will help keep that container from moving around in my trunk, and it'll just keep the water bottles from rolling around.
And a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within.
I'm gonna go in now with our shop vac. We have a great big one. I like to use it for cleaning out the cars, or we use it to suck up water if it gets into our garage sometimes. I've used my Dyson before. Leave a comment down below what you guys prefer when it comes to vacuuming out your car. Ultimately, I would like to go to a public site, or I could use an industrial vacuum. That's usually the best idea, but I like the leisure of just being in my driveway and taking my time, so I'll take a little extra time with the shop vac. I have hair embedded in my trunk, you guys, from all of my pets. It's fine. It's still pretty clean compared to what it was.
Reaching for the grand, as willows align, we lose track of time.
Here it is, vacuumed, garbage is empty, everything is organized, and I just laid that blanket out since it had to be in there anyway, and I thought it looked pretty.
Dreamy, breezy, we go.
Gonna take a little break to have some coffee, and I thought this car kind of scoping out what I was doing really funny. Even in my own yard, people are watching me film. Alright, so now we're gonna get to the interior of the car, and I like to use a Swiffer to dust before I actually wipe anything down.
I wouldn't want it any other way.
And here I'm letting you in behind the scenes.
Here we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercut.
I know some people might think it looks cluttered, but I always like to have elastics wrapped around my gear shift, or at least in my glove compartment. Just with Belle and I, we're constantly looking for something to tie our hair up for whatever reason. All right, here we go into my Ness hack using a toothpick. You know, all these little crevices where the crumbs, well, at least in my car there's crumbs because this girl eats in her car. I feel like I live in it sometimes, but I just take a toothpick and I just kind of scrape on the inside, and any little bits that I can reach will come out. If you have a tool or something that's a little finer that can fit in there even better, then that's even better. But it makes all the difference when I can get those crevices cleaned out.
I'm waiting at the doorstep, I'm finally home. I've been gone for too long.
Now there's a face only a mother could love. Next, I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe everything down with a wet cloth with the Method dish soap that I used earlier.
And then you stood there smiling at me, as so many times before. I'll never wanna be away, leave you again. You are all I want and more. It's true. If only I could do one thing, I'll be with you. It's true.
have a 2017 Hyundai Sonata and it has leather interior, and for that I am eternally grateful. Between the kids in the car and the dogs and the beach, I love that I can just wipe this down with soap and water and clean it up with a paper towel.
Baby, how I need the loving from you. Will you still
I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum up all of the carpets. I'm not gonna pull them out today because they were just done. So I'm just gonna kind of pull up the edges and get any dirt or sand that's around the edge just for today.
you worth more than gold when everything is told? Waiting at the doorstep, finally home. I've been gone for too long. It is true.
I'm moving up to the front seat now, and you're gonna notice when I'm all done that there's still gonna seem like there's a little bit of hair. When you have 3 dogs, even if they're not in your car, somehow they're in your car. Do you know what I mean? The hair follows me everywhere.
I need the loving from you. Baby, how I need the loving from you. Baby, how I need the loving from you. Turn around and show your face. Let me see.
All right, you guys, here it is, substantially better than when I started. Like I said, there always seems to be those few hairs on my rug, but if I was able to get to an industrial vacuum, I think I might have been able to get them up. But again, I am super pleased with what came out of this. Honestly, if I just get my butt out of the house and accomplish anything, I'm a proud girl.
I can hear you within the silence. We will dance.
Here it is, the little surprise in my back seat. This is a little cup that I painted at Clay Cafe. It's like a pottery place here. I'm so glad I didn't throw this out. Okay, if you're an OG to Random-Ness, then you've seen this Hilroy notebook before, and you know it's 16 years old and it's filled with all my favorite recipes. I update it, I put things that I love today. You know I have Frugal Fit Mom's banana bread and banana muffins in here because it made the cut. Well, these are Laura Vitale's blueberry muffins, and I've never had anything more delicious. So we're gonna get right into this, make some muffins, but first we need to preheat the oven to 400 degrees.
And now
Oh, hey Charlie.
the air and a sparkly shimmer.
Are you guys ready for fall? I absolutely am. I'm going to be doing a decorating video very soon. Make sure you stay tuned. So I'm going to start off by lighting this pumpkin apple candle from Bath & Body Works.
Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes.
All right, so this recipe does call for fresh blueberries. She doesn't mention in there about using frozen, but I'm sure you probably could. It might just change the texture a little bit. It also calls for buttermilk, which I never have on hand. I feel like if you're a Southern mama, then you always got buttermilk because you're always making those good buttermilk biscuits. But here on the East Coast in Canada, I pretty much just make my own buttermilk, which is about 1 cup of milk to about 2 tablespoons of vinegar. You let that sit for 5 to 10 minutes. It starts to curdle, and voila, you have buttermilk.
High now we climb. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy.
And And now we're going to get ready and combine our dry ingredients. As per usual, you guys, I will link everything down below. So first, I believe for the dry ingredients was flour, baking powder, baking soda, and salt, and then I'm going to whisk it all together.
A bigger scale the world inhales as we go. I wouldn't want it any other way, no. Dreamy, breezy we go.
Now, if you've ever made muffins with a filling like berries or chocolate chips and they sink to the bottom of your muffin, this is a trick that you need to do. Go ahead and take about 1/4 cup of your mixture and combine it to your berries or even your chocolate chips. Give them a nice light coating so that they don't automatically sink when you scoop them into your muffin tin.
Agents of the other.
Go ahead and set your dry ingredients and your berries to the side. We're going to go ahead and get ready to combine our wet. The first step in combining the wet ingredients is to whisk together vigorously your 2 eggs and your 1 cup of sugar. You want to do this till it gets relatively pale and pretty thick.
And don't come running to blame me. From miles away I can tell that something's off. The way you look and how you pause when you talk, I think you said enough. You said your love for me something brand new. This is something you would never do. Here we are in your car. Let me see who you are, who you really are. Yeah.
This recipe calls for oil, which is what I think attributes to its really fluffy center. So we're going to use 1/3 cup of oil, and I'm also going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla, which you will see it is the one thing when I'm baking I measure pretty frivolously.
If you're gonna leave me, then just do it.
It's time to go ahead and add the wet and the dry together, and we're also going to pour the buttermilk directly into that mixture and combine it all. You don't want to overmix, but just make sure you stir it and fold it together so there's no more lumps of flour.
Yeah, you're being over your head, babe, 'cause there is no one other than me that can make you feel the way you feel when I hold you.
I couldn't handle it anymore. I had to wipe up that little bit of flour. Now go ahead and fold in your blueberries. There is a little bit of extra flour in my bowl. It's fine. As I'm folding it in, the flour will be mixed in. Remember to do this gently. The one thing about muffins is you can overmix them. It will create a tougher consistency. It's basically like working flour like you would if you were making bread, so you'd have tough muffins.
Sorry, 'cause if you're gonna leave me, then just do it.
Now, you can use muffin liners if you'd like. I just like to spray my muffin tins. I find it more work to separate the liners than it is to just clean my tin. And I've never had an issue with these sticking. These are Wilton pans. I did pay a good amount for them. I believe I might have paid like $20 for one pan, but it's done me well. I have no complaints. I am just using a large ice cream scoop and I am filling these to the brim. They cap a little bit, but just enough.
Don't need you here to say you're sorry, 'cause if you're gonna leave me.
These did bake for about 25 minutes and I ended up putting aluminum foil over them at around the 16-minute mark because they started to get dark really quickly. Now we're gonna go ahead and clean up this mess.
Cards with your queen of hearts. When everyone folds, your fork still holds your place in your bed, showing no regret. Close your eyes to hide your lies, roll the dice. You got me tiptoeing around you like you're made of glass. Got an invincible fence letting everyone know not to trespass. But you're bound to break down, bound to lose, bound to get...
Tell me, do you guys play this game with your sink where the soap comes up one side and you wash it down, and then it comes up the other and you wash it down, and it comes up the other and you wash it down? Yes, we need to clean our sinks out, obviously.
Talking way too loud and you're talking rude. You're playing a game, driving me insane. Your heart is back, and it's a fact, no turning back. You got me tiptoeing around you like you're made of glass. Got an invincible fence letting everyone know not to trespass. But you're bound to break down, bound to lose, bound to get knocked right out of your boots when I use my witchcraft.
So this is too funny. I have a lunch video going up tomorrow. Make sure you check it out. And that container had a little snacky lunch in it, and Jamie ate it in the middle of the night. He's a nighttime eater. I've mentioned that. Are you guys nighttime eaters?
You got me tiptoeing around you like you're made of glass.
And just like that, while the muffins were cooking, I cleaned up. I hate when I procrastinate.
But you're bound to break down, bound to lose, bound to get knocked right out of your boots when I use my witchcraft. When I use my witchcraft, I got my moves, I got my song. When I turn my mojo.
Here they are. I like to pop them out of the tin as soon as they come out of the oven so they don't sweat in the muffin tin, and put them on a cooling rack. These muffins, I'm telling you, and she has a streusel recipe, just try it. I promise you're gonna love it. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun filming it. I had a lot of fun editing it, and I had a lot of fun eating these muffins. You know that. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. You know that I love chatting with you guys, and I will see all of you in my next video. Take care.